If you love baked feta pasta, you have to try this baked feta soup. Start by roasting tomatoes and feta cheese, then get a pot going with some onions, spices, crushed tomatoes, and vegetable broth. Pour the baked feta and tomatoes into the pot of soup, add basil, orzo, and simmer for 20 minutes. Then you're ready to dig in. So good!
Had to try this soup. Baked at 425 25th mid. Raw, so good.
If you guys love cheddar broccoli soup, I'm going to show you guys a very easy recipe. Throw 4 tablespoons of butter into your pan, 1 cup of shredded carrots, 1 cup of onion, and 1 celery stick chopped. Tablespoon of olive oil and 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Mix that in for about a minute and then add in 1 cup of chicken broth. Once it starts to thicken up, add in 3 cups of chicken broth and 2 cups of whole milk. Mix that together and then I add in about 2 heads of chopped broccoli, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, mix that in. Cover it for about 20 minutes until your broccoli is tender. For the cheese, I'm putting 1/4 pound of American cheese from the deli and 1.5 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. Mix that all in until everything's melted and then put salt and pepper to taste. It should only take a few minutes for all the cheese to melt and thicken up and it's all done.
今日我同媽咪煲佢嘅拿手紅蘿蔔蓮藕湯。首先就煲滾一煲水，加少少排骨、黑豆、章魚、蠔豉同埋冬菇，跟住冚蓋煲1個鐘。再加蓮藕、紅蘿蔔同埋紅棗，跟住又再煲1個鐘，用文火。依家就可以加啲鹽同埋雞粉，攪一攪，咁就飲得啦。你都試下。
The most comforting soup you'll have all winter. It is so hearty, 35 minutes from start to finish, one pot wonder. This is my kale, bean, and potato soup. Let's go. Big pot on medium heat, saute your onion and your celery in some olive oil for a couple minutes. Now you can add in your carrot and your garlic and let that go for another 30 seconds. Salt, pepper, and oregano to taste and give everything a stir. Add in your potato and stir once again. After you've added in your potato, add in 6 cups of hot water, let it come to a boil, reduce the heat, and semi-cover it for 25 minutes. 25 minutes later, break up a little bit of pasta of choice. I'm using 1/2 cup of capellini and get a can of cannellini beans ready. Add in your beans in your pasta and let your pasta cook for 5 additional minutes. Once your pasta is cooked, final touches. Finally, dice your kale and don't forget to take it off the stem. Add it to your soup with 1/2 cup of good quality tomato sauce. Let it go for another 5 minutes. Take it off the heat and don't forget to follow me for more.
Hey everyone, today I'm going to share this quick easy recipe for Chinese chicken mushroom soup that is very nutrient and delicious at the same time. For the prep work, we're going to slice some ginger, spring onion, and chop the whole chicken up into small bites. Simply wash it with water, make sure all the blood and the residue is cleaned up, and put them in a pot of water with some cooking wine. Bring to boil for about a few minutes. Once we remove the chicken from the broth, we're going to start with a new pot of water. Throw in a few slices of ginger, bring to boil for 30 minutes. Then add in shiitake mushroom to cook for another 20 minutes. Finally, we're going to throw in Chinese dates, goji berry to bring some sweetness to the broth. There you have it. So basically 30-20-20. Did you get it? Please give it a try. The recipe is in my bio link. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye-bye.
Hey, the first soup of 2021 is gonna be caldo de gallina, so you just have to place some chicken thighs in a pot with 1 onion, season with salt and pepper, add water, bring it to a boil and let everything cook for half an hour. Now you're gonna add a piece of ginger, 1 potato, 1/2 cup of green beans, cilantro, and you're gonna let that cook for another 10 minutes. This is a soup that you can make many times throughout the winter. It's gonna keep you warm and in a good mood. Finally, you're gonna add the pasta of your choice and cook for another 10 more minutes. We're gonna garnish with radish, a soft boiled egg, and avocado. Yeah, look at that beautiful soup.
An awesome tomato soup recipe. 1 diced onion on a sheet pan, 3.5 pounds of cherry tomatoes. Then you're also going to add 2 cloves of garlic that you've sliced thinly, seasoned to taste with olive oil, salt, pepper, and dried oregano. Bake at 450 degrees for about 30 minutes, just until the tomatoes are blistered and caramelized. Then blend the whole thing up in a blender and then check it. If you want a chunky soup, stop right there. Otherwise, thin it with some broth, vegetable or chicken. Then you can also add some tomato paste just to heighten those tomato flavors and serve with a grilled cheese sandwich.
Let's make easy homemade tomato soup. You need tomatoes, garlic, onions, salt, pepper, and olive oil. Roast 30 minutes at 450, stir halfway through, broil 3 minutes at the end. In a pot, heat chicken broth and add in all the roasted goodness. Blend till smooth, add a splash of cream and fresh basil, and that's it, easy homemade tomato soup. Enjoy!
Let's make vegetable barley soup. Cook your vegetables in a pot. Put salt, pepper, and herbs. Add beef broth in tomatoes and let it cook. Oh, we also added some barley. Chickpeas is my favorite, and I like corn too. Don't forget the Parmesan cheese and then enjoy.
Your dreams, baby, get you and me. It's time to boss up. Fix your credit, girl, get at it, get your bag up. Hit that gym and get back fine. Go get that degree, go girl.
Season and bake chicken breast until done. Then you're going to take olive oil or avocado oil and saute some onions and bell peppers until they are transparent and soft. And then you're going to add enchilada sauce and cream cheese. Go ahead and break down the cream cheese with a wooden spoon until it is melted. And it'll probably take you about 5 minutes of stirring that to get it good and melted. Next, you're going to add in diced tomatoes, black beans, and corn. Mix that well, and then add your chicken back in and a couple cups of chicken broth. You want to let this cook for about 10 or 15 minutes until it's very hot, and then squeeze just a little bit of lime in there and top it with a little sour cream.
If you love chicken gnocchi soup from Olive Garden, this recipe is for you. It is a copycat recipe. It is ready in under an hour and makes like 40 servings. You do have to make a roux, which can be a little bit tricky, but I promise you it'll thicken up. And of course, I made the Olive Garden copycat salad as well.
Hala bir gün ne yapıyorsun?
Etli nohut yapıyorum. Etini koydum. Şimdi de yağını bırakıyorum üstüne. İçine de soğanımı ekledim. İçine karabiberimi atıyorum. İçine bir kaşık da salçamı atıyorum. Biraz da biber atıyorum. Biraz da reyhan serpiyorum. Etim güzel kavrulmuştu. Şimdi de içine nohutlarımı ilave ediyorum. Nohutlarımı önce de haşlamıştım düdüklüde. Üstüne de suyumu ilave edeceğim. Etli nohudumu yaptım. Yanına da pilavımı yaptım. Şimdi test time'a geçiyorum. Wow! Taste great. Oh, good bite.
You got leftover turkey from Thanksgiving? Let's make some turkey and wild rice soup. A la boricua. Let's dice up this turkey. Olive oil and some sofrito. Next, we'll add that diced turkey. Go ahead and give it a toss. Next, we're gonna coat it with some cassava flour to give it a nice thick broth. And then we toss it again. Whole carton of chicken stock. Let's add the wild rice. We're gonna go ahead and cover it. Leave it alone for about a half an hour on medium heat. This turkey and wild rice soup is bomb. You can have it now or freeze it. And when you wanna remember that amazing Thanksgiving food, you whip this out. Qué rico.